Hey everybody, this is TJR.
This is Superfan.
And welcome to part 7 of Live Aid.
Quit showing off, boy.
Oh, he's just levitating, don't mind him. So this part 7 I should say, opens with the Pretenders.
Yes.
On the US stage. And
following her then husband's band, the Simple Minds.
Simple Minds, there we go, yes. And so this set was edited.
Yeah.
We don't get the entire set here.
They cut Time, the Avenger, and Message of Love.
Mm-hmm. And we got Stop Your Sobbin', Back on the Chain Gang, in Middle of the Road. And I know this is a favorite band of yours.
Yeah.
I'm actually, and I mean, you're really into this band, I know.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to let you just tell me what you thought of the performance.
Oh, they were amazing.
Uh-huh.
They were, it was a great performance. Martin Chambers, as always, stand out as amazing drummer.
They were good. Don't get me wrong. They were good. I've never gotten that into the Pretenders, though. It's funny. I don't think I've ever talked to you about this. I mean, I don't hate them. If I heard their songs like on the radio, I'd listen to them. If, like, say I'm out somewhere in public and I hear Pretenders song, on like wherever I am, I'll enjoy it. But I never bought any of their albums. I know you have a lot of their albums, and I also never would say to myself, I haven't heard any of those Pretenders hits in a while. Let me pull them up on streaming. They're good songs. They're pleasant songs, but I just never quite. I wasn't on the side of like, oh, I don't like them at all, but I was never quite to like, wow, I'm really like want to hear their songs. But yeah. So I thought they were doing a fine job playing live.
Yeah, they always do. I've seen them a number of times live, and actually saw them. I saw Iggy Pop open for them one time. Kind of an odd bill, but hey.
After that, we joined The Who on the UK stage. And the first thing I noticed was what happened to the audio.
Yeah, they had such strong audio on that stage.
Yeah, so far, and then suddenly, and of course it has to be with one of my favorite bands. Suddenly, with this performance, something happened to the audio.
It felt like we had the monitor feed going into the board, not the actual direct feed from the band. Yeah, you're right. It had that sound as if they'd cut off the mains, and all we were hearing was the monitors from the audience, not from the band's vantage point, but from the audience vantage point. And yet they were playing great. Yeah.
They were just like, just the energy was just unreal during that performance. It got slightly better, or maybe I just got used to it. I don't know which one, but as far as the audio is concerned, but and I'm sure maybe from their perspective, they didn't hear that at all, that it sounded fine because they're probably just hearing it through the monitors. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with it. I'm guessing it was more the feed to the broadcast.
It was late in the day and everybody was tired.
I guess. Well, the band was not tired. The Who were not tired. They were playing.
Either that or they were letting everybody else took a break while the interns ran things.
I guess, yeah. But the Who's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
It's and it's funny. I don't know why I reacted this way, but when I saw John Entwistle, I was like, oh, John Entwistle, And it's like, well, of course, he was still alive then. He was with them, and he, and they did some more.
Pass away until.
I know they did a few more farewell tours together.
Yeah.
Amongst all the farewell tours they've done, they had just finished 2 years ago their first farewell tour, which at the time we thought was it. So they were actually reuniting just for this. Kenny Jones was on drums, and of course, he was sadly only got to be there for the last 2 albums. I thought he got shortchanged. He was a really, really good drummer, and he only got to be on 2 albums. And then with some of their later reunion tours, maybe I don't know, maybe they asked him, maybe he couldn't do it, I don't know, but he wasn't included on any of the other tours after that. But at any rate, though, I just reacted like, oh, just John Entwistle, I guess maybe I I'm so used to thinking of him not being with the Who now. That's, and I wasn't even thinking about it as I watched this footage and like, oh man, he's there. And just, man, he's playing great. And wow, just what he added to that band. And, yeah. So yeah, there was that little moment of revelation for me.
And I think at this point, we've now passed the stage of the bands looking at each other in excitement and joy, looking at each other as they're performing, like, I can't believe we're really here performing for this many people. Okay, it's another day in the office.
I get what you mean, because yeah, a lot of these younger bands, this is the biggest crowd they've ever played. Whereas the Who, or even a band like Queen or David Bowie, playing in front of gigantic crowds is just what they're used to doing.
Yeah.
This is every day for them. But for a lot of these younger bands that we've seen so far, they'd never played probably anything this big before.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see that excitement in their eyes, and you're right. You can tell that these other bands I've mentioned, like Queen, The Who, you can tell that
this is what they're used to.
This is what they're used to, but they don't take it for granted and they don't phone it in.
No.
They play on all four cylinders.
Yeah, there was nothing lacking in the performance.
No, nothing lacking at all. I just wish the sound quality had been better, unfortunately, but still the performance shines through regardless. This brings us now to Elton John.
Yes.
And we get his entire set. He starts with I'm Still Standing, which is one of those songs from this, how do I say this? I just was never a big fan of this song. As much as Elton has been an influence on me musically, as much as, I've admired the music, the songwriting of him and Bernie Taupin,
you can't like everything.
Yeah, no, you can't like everything. But that particular song, I don't know, it just didn't do a whole lot for me. Also, I noticed that the audio still feels like
monitor.
Yeah, like we're hearing the monitors, not the actual mains. Or like you said, the feeds coming from the monitors there. Couldn't barely hear the piano, mostly heard the drums. But then by the second song, it's fixed from moving forward.
I have a sneaking suspicion Elton John stopped and said, fix it.
I don't see how you could do that. Not something with, of this nature where you've got to keep things moving and, and just like in that opening episode where you saw that little sign, we can't kill time here. I forget what it was exactly now. But,
basically don't kill time.
Yeah, basically don't kill time, yeah. He couldn't do that in this here, but I noticed there were roadies moving back and forth, He
was talking to one.
Yeah. But I guess they were trying to get it fixed. But by the second song, it's fixed, and it's 100 times better, which I was glad for. We get a really great version of Benny and the Jets. We get a really great version of Rocket Man, and also... this is before he had to have those vocal surgeries.
Yeah, you can hear that.
Yeah, before he had to get those nodes removed because, he's got the much higher range that he used to have. But then after that, of course, then we go to 3, 2, 1. And also, I would say, just like you were saying with The Who, with Queen... Elton, at this point in his career, is used to playing in front of really huge crowds like this.
Yeah.
And but just like them, him and his band are firing on all cylinders. Even when the sound is bad, it's just the sound quality. They're firing on all cylinders. They're just, going all the way with it here. And he's got an interesting band here because he's got some of his old band. He's got Davy Johnstone on guitar, who I think is one of rock's most underrated guitarists. Someday I need to do a video about him. He's got Ray Cooper on percussion, but he's also got like a whole horn section. He's got 4 backup vocals. It's kind of an interesting combination with this particular band. Some new members, some old members. And normally he wouldn't tour with like a whole horn section like that, but on this one he is.
Well, they were there.
Well, obviously they're part of the tour. I'm assuming this is part of what he was touring with at the time, is what I'm assuming. I don't know why you put a horn section together just for a short, how many songs was it here that he did? He actually did the 6 songs.
Yeah.
So for just a 6-song set, I don't know why you'd have a horn section, except that he was touring with them at that time, and it was just easier just to go that way.
That could be.
And they're doing songs from the current tour.
But it also could be that they had horn sections. A lot of the horn players tend to be session players.
Yeah.
And if they were there, happened to be there, then why not have them perform? Well, it may not have been his complete horn section. They may have been there for other acts.
I guess it's possible. I wasn't really paying attention to who had horn sections and who didn't. Because I didn't see any band. Because, Chicago hasn't been there yet. And most of the other artists we've seen were not known for having horn sections as part of their regular band.
Well, I believe Chicago was on the U.S. stage.
I don't believe so. You can check. You can check. But I'm just gonna say I'm guessing this was his touring band at the time. I think that's more a likely possibility, in my opinion. But anyways, so they follow Benny and the Jets and Rocket Man with "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." Kiki D does the song with him.
Once again, not your favorite.
Not a favorite of mine. I never really cared for that song when it was on radio. I still don't care for it that much now. I think, just like with "I'm Still Standing," I find it to be kind of hokey.
Chicago did not perform.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries. We're only human here. But I'll have to say something, though. While I never cared for this song as a hit single or the other one, hearing it in this context here was better. Because one,
with the energy and
the energy was more pumped up. 2, it didn't have that
slick, overproduced.
Well, no, because a lot of Elton stuff was slick and overproduced, but the production was so outstanding. Gus Dudgeon's production on Elton during that classic period of the 70s was so outstanding. To me, "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" sounds very dated. It feels very 70s, unlike a lot of Elton's other stuff. But yet here, like I said, in this live performance, it feels a little more raw, a little more muscular. It's got more of a raw energy to it. It feels, the best comparison I can think of is that it feels more like Stax Records. And I think that if this song had been recorded more that style, I probably would have enjoyed it more. I certainly enjoyed it more here than I've ever enjoyed it before. And then he does Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Now it says here with Wham, but this was really with just George Michael.
This was a George Michael solo performance with Elton John backing him.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it was.
Yeah. George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley get up. Elton introduces them as Wham. They both walk out on stage, but then Andrew Ridgeley joins the backup singers, and George Michael just sings the lead vocal.
George Michael becomes a solo artist.
Basically he becomes a solo artist at this point. This is followed by a cover of "Can I Get a Witness?" And good cover. And again, good energy. But one thing I noticed, Kiki D, you were telling me she had been there right from the beginning as a backing vocalist, but we just didn't realize it until she walked forward to do the duet with Elton. We didn't realize it, but she'd been there the whole time doing backup vocals. She goes back to doing the backup vocals, and I'm noticing, I think you're noticing it too, that she is as excited and is into it doing the backup vocals as she was when she was up there on stage.
Yeah.
With him doing the duet.
She was just having a great time.
Her energy didn't diminish just because she was doing backup vocals. She was having a great time the whole way through, and giving it just as much the whole way through, and that was cool to see. But basically, that's it for this chapter. Yeah, just a lot of solid performing. A lot of very exciting performances.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we're kind of crossing the line into the major headline acts of the time.
Yeah, we're getting all the major headliners at this point. And anyhow, though, so yeah, this is part 7, and let us know your thoughts. If you're enjoying this series, please click like. It helps a great deal. And thank you, Patreon supporters. Patreon supporters do get exclusive video content not available on this channel.
You're fierce and mighty.
Yep. We'll see you for part 8. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.